Always having fun, but taking care of business. Mike Barrett, good policies. Good day, sir.
Good day. Happy Independence Day to you and yours.
Thank you. I don't have many yours, but I've got mine, and I'll take that. Find yourself a nice clear spot there. You were warbly for a second. Put your right hand up in the air and touch something electronic.
Okay.
So we left off last time talking about bears and damage that bears could do to screen doors or now with the fact that we've had to have trash, this will be going on a week and a half, have trash out curbside, and some of it has just been sitting out there. Some people have actually tried to put it back in their home like they've said and wait until tomorrow till they can drop it off. That's attracting animals, and we've talked about different types of animals. And so the rules for dogs, skunks, bears are as so with insurance.
Yeah. So and I wanted to pull it up now that I'm back from vacation. I checked in on a specific exclusion, and it's exclusion for animals, birds, vermin, rodents, or insects. So here's how it reads. It says, we do not pay for loss caused by animals owned or kept by an insured, meaning your domestic animals, really. Birds, vermin, rodents, or insects, except as provided under incidental property coverages. And as you go to the incidental property coverages, then it goes on to say that it would cover the medical expense of injury sustained to somebody by an animal kept by you. So what does that mean? What's covered? Well, if you have vermin, rodents, or insects in your house, chewing away your house, wires and all that, it's not going to be covered. But this leads me to believe, and let's back up for a second, I'm an insurance agent, not an insurance adjuster. So this leaves my gut feeling as saying that if a bear was to do what it did to my dad's house, if it met policy deductible, you could, in fact, have coverage the way that I'm interpreting it. I would still defer to the company for a full review, but that's where it lies. And interestingly enough, I talked last week about my father. Yogi has been hanging out at my dad's house for a while now, and he's now taken out, I believe, 8 screens at my dad's house.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Your dad must be a sweet person.
My dad's a bird lover, and so is my stepmother. Yeah, so they had bird feeders out. And then one day they came home and saw that the bird feeder metal rod that they hold the bird feeder on was actually bent over to the ground. And they're like, well, the birds are upset, but they're not that upset. That must have been Yogi. So since that time, they have brought all of the bird feeding inside. They've packed it away. But Yogi remembers getting a meal there, and that's why he keeps coming back.
Continues to come back.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't an insurance person say, well, look, you keep putting out food, so of course you're going to continue to get wildlife?
Yeah, but that's not something that the policy is going to say. That's, it's not going to go on and say, well, you really caused this yourself. In this particular instance, I don't foresee that being the case. Yes, the problem was caused by something that you were doing, but there are many instances that we could probably go into in both home, auto, and business where somebody may have done something that ultimately led to the loss, but as long as it was not with intent to really be a problem, then I really don't foresee that becoming a problem if a claim was to be paid.
So my daughter absolutely loves your pooch, Charlie. And
yes.
So if I pull my car up and my daughter happens to be in the car and he's not on a leash and she just starts going, hey, Charlie, hey, Charles, come here. And he jumps up on my car and then he comes down the car with his beautiful giant paws and leaves 5 little marks. Is that something that I could say, hey, Mike, I need to talk to my insurance about this because that's very noticeable.
Yeah,
And you're responsible.
That to me would go back to my liability, saying that something that was in my control that would be covered has now led to property damage of others. Okay. So I believe that would be covered by my liability. And if I wanted to fight that, and then he went to your insurance company and he like, hey, this happened, they would go, well, we'll pay it. And if it was a big enough type of a damage or a loss, they themselves could go so far as to say, look, we're going after the guy who owned the dog.
But if it was my dog jumping up onto my own car, under most coverages, the way that you read it, I would not have any kind of help getting my car door fixed with scratches or paint because that would be my own dog, a domestic animal that I kept.
And that's where you start looking at the differences between an auto policy and a homeowner policy. And you'd really have to look at the nuts and bolts of an auto policy and go, if I had comprehensive and collision, could either of those cover this? And comprehensive very well could.
Now
I
just bundled with you. So now I have renter's insurance, which is not the same as homeowner's insurance.
It's the same.
Similar. It is the same. Okay.
It is the same. If you look at If you look at a homeowner policy and a renter's policy side by side, the only two things that are missing are the things that would apply to you owning the property that you're in. So coverage A, which is the dwelling, and coverage B, which is other structures. So as a tenant, you don't own the building and you don't own a garage or a detached structure. So those two are missing. So you start at the next one, which is C, personal property, which also would give you loss of use. And, of course, you have your liability and medical payments.
So you're saying that if my car insurance doesn't handle this problem, maybe my homeowner's or renter's insurance would. Why wouldn't everybody bundle all the time or use the same company?
So I'm going to say, first off, you can't sue yourself. So if you had a dog that damaged your car, you can't take the liability from your homeowner policy to then cover the damage to your car. So it would have to be triggered by something on your auto policy.
Right.
So
I wasn't trying to be shiesty like that. I was just, saying.
True. But I just wanted to make that quick clarification. But you're right. I mean, bundling really is a good thing. I'm a big proponent of looking at it because there are times where having both home and auto make absolute sense. The savings is right on point. You're getting the best of everything. You're getting good discounts on your home, good discounts on your auto. There are times where, and I see it more often on the auto side, where maybe bundling your auto with the same company that has a really wonderful price for your home may not have such a wonderful price on your auto, so maybe it's not worth bundling at that point. It's worth looking into and having a discussion.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mike Barrett, Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury. I look forward to having you actually back in studio next week. Yes?
Can you believe it? It's been like a month.
I know it has. Don't worry.
It's been a good ride.
Haven't had to smell you for a couple of weeks. No, it's strange with all things going on. Summer, people on vacation, events going on. Activities, holidays. Other than you, is my main guy, always here on Wednesdays, but nobody else has shown up in literally a month, and I'm starting to get a little self-conscious about that, brother.
A little bit of a complex going there. I can understand. Yeah. Well, I'll make you feel better. I'll be there next week.
All right. If people want to talk to you about bundling and the difference between X, Y, and Z, they can call you at
748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube's All Barrett Insurance Agency. As one might expect, our office is closed today in observance of the 4th of July Independence Day, but we are back underway and open and ready to roll tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Happy 4th of July, buddy.
All right. Same to you, sir.
Bye-bye.